Still blown away. Still like haven't sucked it in. I haven't even got a time to sit down and think about everything, but you know where I've been. We and you go back, way back, and you know how it feels being in these trenches and really working my butt off to get here. So it's a blessing. I'm just so grateful to God and to that I can walk this pathway, you know. It's a blessing. It really is.
During that first round, it looked like Jacob was being a little bit of a blanket on you. Were you concerned about that, like that you were going to have a tough time getting that guy off you?
I knew that, you know. My thing is making exciting fights. That's the most important thing to me. Like, lose, win, doesn't really matter to me, but just have an exciting fight that I motivate someone, I inspire someone that's watching TV to say, hey, I want to be a fighter like that guy. That guy motivated me to do this again or to try it. I really want to try this now. Just because that one fight moves someone inside, you know? So for me, it's just really like having an exciting fight. Jacob Oakman's the guy that will hug and not make it an entertaining fight. So I feel like I have my work really cut out for me. I really have to work harder to make an exciting fight, but we still made someone get out of their seat, you know, so I'm happy with that.
Any truth to the UFC jitters? Did you get that feeling when you were walking into the octagon?
Bro, I don't like to cuss, but I've been in bricks, you know, this whole time. Like, oh God, it's the UFC. It's the UFC. What am I gonna do? Am I worthy enough? You know, I always felt like I wasn't worthy to be here. Like with the Frankie Edgars and the Jose Aldos. I'm a little Bobby Green. Like, what do I belong here for? You know? So it's just like, it just makes me feel amazed that I actually deserve to be on this platform with a lot of these other guys. So.
Well, it's safe to say you belong here. So what do you want next?
What do I want next, or who do I want next?
Who do you want next? And do you want to get right back in there and fight immediately?
I never get to. I'm not going to answer that question. I'm just going to tell you wherever God leads me. You know, I never really know where it happens. Be honest with you, I don't even really train for fights. You know, like the average fighter trains every day. I train when I get the call.
Wait, hold up. You don't train for fights, meaning you don't train all year round, or you don't train?
I train when I get the phone call. Usually if it's 2 weeks, then I train 2 weeks. If it's a month, then it's a month. I train when I get the phone call, you know? So now it's time for me to really take fighting to another level, get serious, and do it like these other guys every day, you know? I look up to Nate and Nick Diaz as those like my idols, you know, because why they go out there and give an exciting fight. They don't play around, they don't waste time. I like those guys, you know, and I reached out to Nate to see if I can train out there. At the time, it was the worry that Gilbert was going to be fighting for the belt, and I was moving up in Strikeforce, so they were worried that I would be possibly fighting Gilbert at some point in time. But now it's, I don't know. I mean, Nate never called me back, never gave me a, hey, like, it's cool to come now. So
he's known for that. Don't worry about it.
I guess so. I mean, maybe I'm not, like I said, I've always felt like I wasn't worthy. You know, maybe I'll be worthy now, but I've never felt worthy enough to be in any one of these guys' gym.
Well, I definitely consider you worthy. Congratulations on the victory, Bobby. Is there anything you want to let the readers know before I let you go?
I really like to thank my head coach, Jake Benny. Jake, if you see this is all your baby, man. Like, I would not be here without him. He's the guy that sat me down, was like, hey, you need to train. You have all these skills. You don't train for these fights. You bull stuff. Sit down and train and do it like everyone else, you know? So, Jake, without you, bro, I wouldn't be here. Thank you so much, man.